The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
For the first time since being hired, new Jets OC Frank Reich met with members of the media, and I thought he came across really well. We will hear from the Jets offensive coordinator and react to what he said. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's go, Knicks. Let's hit it and get it started.
We sitting in here, we excited as hell.
Now it's time to get to work. Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
I haven't felt joy talking about the Jets in a long time. When they announced it, I went, yeah! Jets, let's go! A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now. Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Show number 2 on the day. If you missed the first one, Omari Brown from U Stadium joined me. Great conversation about the state of the Jets and the latest with Breece Hall with him. Reminder that if you ever missed the show, you could take it on the go. You could listen to it in audio form on either Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You just search the Jake Asman Show, and you can listen back to anything you might miss that is live every day here on my YouTube channel. All right, a lot to get into with Frank Reich. So the Jets had all 3 of their coordinators speak to the media over Zoom earlier today. So these press conferences were maybe not as long as they normally would be if we got these guys in person, but the Jets have rookie minicamp starting later this week. So we've now heard from all 3 of the Jet coordinators. I'll cover more about what Brian Duker, the new DC, said in a future episode, and certainly anything notable from Chris Banjo, I'll let you guys know. But I want to spend this episode really diving into what Frank Reich said, because let's be honest, we know Aaron Glenn's taken over the defense. We know Banjo did a great job last year with the special teams. He's the only returning coordinator. There's a lot of pressure on Frank Reich. He's the guy that has to make this offense work. And I think if you're being objective with the offseason that the Jets have had, they have at least positioned themselves to have on paper the makings of a competent offense. No matter how anyone feels about Geno Smith, you can't tell me that an offense with him at quarterback, with Breece Hall at running back, with Garrett Wilson, Omar Cooper Jr., and A.D. Mitchell at wide receiver, the tight end combo they now have with Kenyon Sadiq and Mason Taylor, and an offensive line that a year ago was the strength of the team, you can't tell me that this is not at least a competent offense on paper. Now, Frank Reich wasn't in football last year as far as the NFL. He was at Stanford. So there's a lot of questions about, well, what does he have left? Can he evolve? Right? His most recent NFL opportunity, he didn't make it through the year. He got fired in the middle of his first season in a dysfunctional situation in Carolina. So there's questions surrounding Frank Reich. I think if you compare the options that the Jets had after they got rid of Tanner Engstrand in the middle of the Senior Bowl this past offseason, he was probably the best that Aaron Glenn could do. And Glenn at least was able to get Frank Reich to take this job because those two had a relationship. They were teammates on the 1996 1-15 New York Jets. So Frank is now the OC, and he's got a chance, I think, with the ingredients that Darren Muji has given him, to at least have the makings of a real offense. An offense that can, I don't know, complete a pass, maybe do this thing called find the end zone, right? That is what I think Frank Reich can now coordinate, because I do think no matter how anyone feels about Geno Smith, he's better than what we saw last year with the Raiders, and he is light years better than any quarterback that took the field for the Jets in 2025. So now let's listen in to what Frank Reich said. Here's the best of Frank Reich from earlier today at One Jets Drive.
Good to be here. Super excited to be a Jet, and obviously this opportunity is one that I'm thankful to AG for, to have a chance to work with and for him. Obviously, you guys know we go way back, not only as teammates, but really as former players who found their way into the coaching profession and then have kept in touch and continued to develop that relationship over the years. Secondly, how AG has tweaked this staff to come in, and for me being here for a couple months now, working not only with the offensive staff, which has been super dynamic. The guys that stayed have been incredible. The new guys that have been brought in, also good. But also for me, getting to know the other coordinators and the rest of the staff. I'm really impressed with Duker and Banjo, the other two coordinators, top-notch people and top-notch football minds. And now that the players are here, obviously most excited about getting to work with them. This really, we know as coaches, this is what it's all about. It's about working with the players and getting to not only now watch the tape, but see these guys in meetings, get them on the field, work with them. It's been a good start. So I'll open it up from there.
Frank, could you talk about when this opportunity first arose? Were you looking to get back in after Stanford? Were you thinking about taking a year off? Where were you mindset-wise? And then just describe when AG contacted you.
My mindset after Stanford was, honestly, Stanford kind of re-energized me for coaching. It just reminded me of my love for the game, for the sport, for the purity of just coaching, being out on the field with the guys. And so when I got back, I sat and talked with my wife, and I said, I'm not going to jump at anything, but if the right person calls and it's the right place, I will go. And that was my mindset when I got back. And, got a couple phone calls on a couple fronts that, nothing moved the needle for me. But as soon as AG called, I knew right away this was something I wanted to do. Mainly because of him, but also because of the challenge and the opportunity to be a part of a staff and be part of a team, an organization that has an opportunity to do something special and turn something around. At this point, I love that idea, and I'm excited about that, and I feel like I got something to offer and contribute to helping that happen.
Frank, what was it specifically, other than you said mainly AG was the drawing card to the Jets, but specifically, because you looked at the Jets were coming off obviously a tough year, with an unsettled quarterback situation. So a lot of offensive coaches would say, well, why do I want to do that? So what was it about it that attracted you?
Well, those are the things that maybe I'm a little backwards, but that's actually what attracts me. You know what I mean? How to figure it out. Take what looks on the surface like a difficult situation and figure out how to get it done, knowing that it can get done. That's what I love about this business. It's the best of the best. You're with the best coaches and the best players in the world. And I could see from watching the tape very early on and just knowing my familiarity with, some of the people here beforehand, knowing how good the offensive line looked. Obviously, you got a couple you got a running back and a receiver in Garrett and Brees that are really good players, a tight end room that's very strong. There was a lot to like about looking at this team, looking at this opportunity in front of us.
You're watching Frank Reich's first press conference. He spoke with members of the media earlier today. Good stuff so far from Frank Reich. I think he handled himself really well up there. I like that he talked about the Jets being a challenge and that attracted him to the job. The Jets need people with that mentality if they're going to turn this around. Obviously, he's got the relationship with Glenn. Now, the one thing he mentioned is that he had other opportunities, but he wasn't just going to take any job. I don't think there was another team that would have made Frank Reich their offensive coordinator. So maybe he got QB coaching opportunities. Maybe he could have been an offensive consultant on some teams. So, look, we talk about the Jets being a difficult situation. Well, there's a lot of people that don't think Frank Reich is still capable of being a good OC. So I like, the challenge that he has from people that are even going to doubt him. But, look, he's not wrong. The offensive line is good. You had Garrett Wilson. You do have Breece Hall. They're players here. And obviously, this is before they supplemented their talent with the moves they made in the NFL draft. Here's more from Frank Reich. Again, we'll play you more of what he said, and then we will break it all down and get to your calls on this and everything else going on in the world for the New York Jets. Here's more of Frank Reich. Is he the right choice for the New York Jets? Let's listen in.
Frank, when you mentioned all that, what do you want the offense to look like?
Well, certainly don't want to, lay out what our plans are, but I can tell you this. The staff already, there's been dynamic interaction. There's a very clear vision now that we know the entirety of our offense, of personnel. There's a very clear vision of what we'll do and how we'll do it. And everything will be done to accentuate what the players do best. Obviously, that starts up front. Listen, it's certainly going to be no secret or surprise to say we're going to want to run the football. And so we'll continue to emphasize that. And this team these guys ran the ball pretty well last year, so we'll build on that. And then, but you also have to find ways to be dynamic in the passing game and be excellent in situational football. So, and the way to do that is to create problems that the defenses can't solve. And you do that schematically, you do that personnel-wise, and then so those are the things that we're focused on as a coaching staff and that we'll work with the players on.
What are your thoughts on getting to work with Geno Smith and having a veteran under center, and how well do you think that he fits into your scheme?
I think he fits perfect. I've liked Geno from day one. When he was coming out of West Virginia, I had high grade on Geno. I'd not met Geno before here, and I'm kind of glad because I'm even more impressed with him now meeting him in person. I feel his resilience, his toughness. I always think the number one attribute in any quarterback that you need, especially you want to come and turn something around, is you need someone who's tough. I mean, tough mentally, tough physically, and I feel that from Geno on every front. I think his experience, the ups and downs that he's been through, and he's had great success and had to deal with some tough seasons. And if you play in this league long enough, everyone's going to face that. And if you are the person, if you're the right kind of leader, then you come out of it better. And I think that's the version of Geno Smith we're getting the best version of who he is, and I think his best football's ahead of him.
The fate of the Jets in 2026, I believe, is in the hands of Frank Reich and Geno Smith, because we know Aaron Glenn can't do anything to help the offense. We saw that. His pick was Justin Fields last year, and he said Fields was tough to game plan against, right? So the Geno decision, that was Frank Reich driven. That was Darren Muji driven. That's obvious. And anyone with eyes could see Geno's better than Justin Fields. Can they design an offense where Geno could still play high-level football? I think Geno Smith can be a competent quarterback if he's protected. I don't think the version we saw with the Raiders is who he is. They have a good offensive line, right? You heard him mention it. I like the fact that Geno's coming in with a chip on his shoulder, that he feels like he has unfinished business. I like that Reich feels that way. That's got to be the Jets mentality, man. They're going to be flying under the radar. No one's picking them. Their win total is 5.5 right now for a reason. That's after the draft. I thought I might move a little bit. So, look, I like what I've heard from this OC. I like it a lot. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. We will get back to Frank Reich's introductory press conference in a moment. I want to remind people that at the end of our show today, big time giveaway for anyone who enters. A signed Kevin Mawai jersey is up for grabs. Make sure you enter the raffle by gifting a membership or sending in a $10 super chat or higher to qualify. Now, let's get back to the press conference with the new OC of the New York Jets. Here is Frank Reich.
Frank, what has the process been like for you in terms of building out this offense? I know you mentioned now that you have the personnel, you can build it out, but like, how much have you enjoyed that aspect and even collaborating with AG and trying to come up with a vision of what you want it to look like?
I mean, I really do. I don't want to overstate it, but like the amount of fun that I've been having the last couple months, with AG, because he's been very involved, asking a lot of questions, giving me what his vision for the whole team is, how that fits offense, defense, special teams. We go back and forth on things in the most dynamic of ways, from personnel, me picking his brain, because he was obviously here last year with all these guys. And so doing that with AG and then getting with the coaches and using the experience, because the offense is in some ways it's the same, but I'm always looking every time I go to a new place. I want to pick things up that are going to make it better. I'm not looking to, hey, this is the way we've always done it. This is, no, I want to learn from other people, always learn from new players. So look forward to interacting with these players. But listen, to be sure, coming in here with a clear vision of what it's going to look like, but now draw on the experience of the other coaches that are here, tweak a few things here and there, evaluate our personnel. How are we going to mix our personnel groups? At what level? What percentage of this personnel? What percentage of that personnel? What's our ideal vision on first and second down, run pass? How are we going to set things up? How are we approaching third downs? How are we going to divide that up? How are we going to attack in the red zone? What's the 2-minute philosophy? All those things we talk through as a staff to kind of develop what is our system. It's a bunch of collaboration coming together to develop the New York Jets offense, and it's going very well.
Well, think about what he just said there too, right? How they deploy their system, their personnel. That's the whole key for the Jets to have any shot at success. They took a tight end 16th overall. They better have a plan for 12 personnel, 13 personnel. Put Ruckert out there with 2 other tight ends that they have on the team in certain sets. You don't want to be predictable. The last year, the Jets were so predictable because they had a quarterback who couldn't complete a pass. So teams were not going to respect the passing attack for the Jets. The Jets have the ability to run the ball and pass if Geno is healthy and protected. He could check to runs if they're favoring the pass and vice versa. That's on the OC and the quarterback to be on the same page. Oh, you're going to try and stack the box? Well, here's Garrett Wilson, or here's A.D. Mitchell. Here's Omar Cooper. Different formations, the indicator of having Sadiq out there, how they try and cover him. Well, now you know what type of defense they're going to be running for the other guys that are on the field. These are the type of things the Jets didn't do last year because they couldn't. Now, hopefully with Reich, they can. The word I would use to describe Frank Reich in this presser, adult in the room. I won't play you a ton of Brian Duker, but that guy sounded like in over his head, deer in the headlights type of guy at his first presser today. And we all know it's Glenn anyway. I mean, Duker said over and over again, his job is to serve Aaron Glenn. All right. Compare that to this, and you could tell who's in charge around here. This is Frank Reich's offense, and it's on him to take the pieces that Muji provided and turn this team into a competent offense. Otherwise, the entire coaching staff is going to be fired at the end of the year. They won't make it. They won't win enough games. Here's more from Frank Reich before I give you more thoughts on some of these comments he's made.
Frank, you've coached a bunch of older quarterbacks throughout your career. You've had success with those type of guys. I'm wondering if there's a different coaching philosophy is when you get a guy like Geno who's had some scars and has been around for a while, as opposed to getting a young guy right out of college, like, when you had Carson back in the day or Bryce Young. Is there a different approach to coaching the older type guy?
It's a little bit different, for sure. I mean, they come in, like you said, with not only with scars, but they come in with some pelts on the wall of a lot of things that they've accomplished. And so, and both of those things will help us be a better offense and a better team. And so, there's more collaboration, when you're working with a guy like Geno, and he's been great so far. It's been a short time, but I appreciate, as I said, I can feel his strength of character, but I also feel a real hunger and eagerness to kind of learn a new system, how it's going to fit with the personnel we have, and him wanting to hear our vision of what it's going to look like offensively. And so, as I've been unfolding that to him, there's been good interaction over that, good feedback, and excited to take next steps.
So that was the end of the Reich presser. Disappointing that the Jets didn't let him stay up there and answer more questions. It was only his first. But I would have liked to hear Frank Reich's thoughts on Cade Klubnik. Hey, you had a big voice, and the Jets trading up to take Cade Klubnik in the 4th round. What did you see in him? What stood out? What is your plan for Cade Klubnik? I also would like a question on Bailey Zappi. Are you confident in Bailey Zappi? We know that there is a offer on the table for the Jets to sign Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson told the New York Post today the Jets made him an offer, and he's deciding whether or not he will take the Jets offer to be Geno's backup, which I think is a complete waste of time, or he'll go and do TV because he has an offer from CBS Sports, apparently, to do TV. If Russell Wilson is contemplating retirement, go be a celebrity and go retire, dude. All right? The Jets should renege that offer and say, nah, you're not good enough to get time to think this over. Yes or no? You're not sure? See you later. That's my take on Russell Wilson's offer from the Jets, because I saw some people asking for my thoughts on that. I think it's a waste. But I would have loved to hear Frank Reich's thoughts on Kate Klubnik. I would like to specifically hear Frank Reich's thoughts on Kenyon Sadiq. We didn't get that opportunity. The Jets only made Frank available for 9 minutes and change today. There are still questions that need to be asked of the new Jet OC, but I will say what I just said before, how I would describe Frank Reich's first Jets presser: adult in the room. And then go listen to Brian Duker, who might have been soiling himself. He was so nervous up there. I mean, my God. But Frank Reich, I thought, is a pro's pro. No one should dispute that. He's been a head coach twice. He's been an offensive coordinator of a team that won a Super Bowl. He might not have been the play caller, but he was still the OC. Like, he's been around the game a long time. Does he have enough left to still be good at his job? We're going to find out. But I like the mentality he took. I like some of the answers he said. I'd love to hear his breakdown on Kenyon Sadiq. Here's what we know about Frank Reich and Kenyon Sadiq. He was very happy when they drafted him.
Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
That drop is already part of our show for months to come. But overall, I think if you're a Jet fan, you want to be glass half full, be encouraged by your offensive coordinator, because I think he sounded like he has a real plan for what he's trying to do here. But that relationship with him and Geno Smith, that's going to decide whether or not Aaron Glenn remains employed, whether or not we even have a season, or it's going to be over before it really even begins. We will see. But there's still questions that could have been asked to Reich, and hopefully we get the opportunity to hear from him again, before the Jets break for training camp. Comments, questions, super chats, they cut the line. Appreciate everyone being here. Kevin Mawai's signed jersey is up for grabs. Shout out to Frank Reich, by the way, for celebrating Pride Night with that Jets hoodie that he was rocking there. This first one is from Brian, who cuts the line and is in our raffle at the end of the show for 2. He writes in, AG hasn't been a good coach, but is there anything to be said about the amount of coaches who want to see AG do well? Some people believe in him. Is that why Reich's here, or a reason why he is? Well, I definitely think the relationship that Glenn has with Reich is part of the reason Reich took the job. But can we also be honest? Frank Reich is being paid $4 or $5 million a year, reportedly. That's why he took the job. He didn't have that offer from anyone else. No other team was going to give Frank Reich the chance to be an offensive coordinator. And also remember, Frank Reich got hired after all the other teams had already filled their vacancies. No one reached out to Frank Reich. He was available for all these teams. The Jets were the last team that changed coordinators. They did it in the middle of the Senior Bowl. I was at practice when the story broke. It was like January 16th or 17th. It was like right around there. So we'll see. I think people genuinely do like Aaron Glenn, though. I don't think Aaron Glenn's a bad guy. I think he was a lousy football coach in his first year with the Jets. You can make a case he should have been fired, but he's here. So I'm going to root for him because he's the Jet coach. I don't think Robert Saleh was a bad guy. In fact, I know he's not. I just think he was a bad football coach ultimately, right? So I think Glenn's maintained good relationships with people, but I can tell you this. Go ask some of the coaches Glenn fired after his first year what they think of Aaron Glenn. Their answer might be different, right? So it depends on who you're talking to. Go ask Steve Wilkes about Aaron Glenn. Go ask Tanner Engstrand about Aaron Glenn, right? So we got to take that into account. But I think there's no doubt players like Aaron Glenn, they know he's a good guy. He's a former player. That gives you credibility. But if you don't win, it doesn't matter, right? Like last year, the Jets were ready to play in week 1. They came out, their ass on fire, ready to go. They didn't win the game. And because of the mentality of the team was so weak and the coaching staff was so poor, it snowballed and they never recovered. Started 0-7 when they were trying to win. Oh, but they're tanking, Jake. Not when they were starting 0-7. Not when they had Quinnen and Sauce on their team. Were they trying to tank then? Even after that, they weren't trying to tank. Because they won 3 games after the deadline. But the bottom line is this. They got to get out to a good start. The schedule and who they play early is so important. It really is. Because they need a win early just to say, things are different, man. Like we got the 0 off the record early in the year, and we're now in a spot where the adjustments we made to the coaching staff, the personnel additions, the lack of veteran leadership, that we didn't have a year ago. We now added that. Like, these things are working. They need a win early to validate Aaron Glenn's program. They never got that win until it was too late. It was over. They need a win early. So who they play early in the year, it matters, man. Week 1's almost a must-win for the Jets, especially if it's in Tennessee, like I believe it will be, against Robert Saleh. That's a huge game. But at least they have an adult in the room as their offensive coordinator. All right, comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Get your raffle entries in as well. This show will not be as long as it typically is because I'm off to the Garden tonight to watch the Knicks hopefully kick some Philadelphia 76er ass and go up 2-0. We're presented by PrizePicks. Here we go. A Knicks-themed PrizePick lineup. Karl Anthony Towns, more than 14.5 points. OG Anunoby, more than 17.5 points. And Julius Randle, who's playing tonight against the Spurs, our old friend Julius Randle, more than 12.5 points. These three, $10 entry. You could turn that into $27. This is my PrizePick power play lineup. Make your own picks. Tail mine. Fade mine. Just download the PrizePicks app. Use the link in the description and use the code HMA when you sign up. If you do that, guess what? You put in $5, you'll get $50 in lineups immediately. Again, shout out to PrizePicks. More on Cat points, more on OG points, and more on Randall points. My 3-pick entry, $10 to win 27 over at PrizePicks. Download the app, use the code HMA, and take advantage of the limited time offer. All right, some super chats that I want to hit. But first, I want to shout out to Brian, who actually became a channel member, and he put himself in the raffle for one.
Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
Super chat here from the Doc. Doc Jet fan says, love what Reich is saying. He sounds like a professional coach and a bit like Kevin Costner, but I can't keep from wondering, where was this last year? Yeah, I mean, I think Glenn hired a terrible staff last year, Doc. I think he acknowledged it. I mean, look at the changes he made. Very rarely do you get to fire the amount of coaches Glenn fired. You don't get the opportunity because you get fired. He got the ultimate mulligan. No one could say Woody Johnson is not being patient here. You could argue he's too patient, given the other coaches that were available this hiring cycle. But we'll see. Curly Norman writes in, the Jets playoff drought is unlimited. Not so fast, Curly. Mr. Unlimited is here to save us.
Mr. Unlimited. Yeah, you got to be unlimited. You know, you got to have a thought process of being unlimited.
It's not wrong. God, Russell Wilson, go retire, dude. What are we doing? Offer on the table for Russ. Why? If you're thinking about retirement, you've already retired. If you're thinking about going into TV when you were just a backup quarterback last season, go into TV. It's over, dude. Go be a celebrity. All right? Go show up to Knicks playoff games, and you can get your moment on the Jumbotron. All right? That's what Russell Wilson should be doing, not playing football for the New York Jets in 2026. Dumb. You don't need it. Like the Jets don't need the extra that comes with their backup quarterback. Not when the extra always comes with the Jets because of the Jets. We don't need it. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Appreciate everyone who's here. Again, Kevin Mawai signed jersey up for grabs at the end of our show. Curly Norman says we have to pretend Duker has any say in the defense. We don't have to pretend he doesn't. All right. Again, go listen to Brian Duker's press conference. He said multiple times he's here to serve Aaron Glenn. He's going to get him his cappuccino in the morning, whatever he wants. All right. This is like Nate Hackett with Rodgers. That's the dynamics here. All right. Brian Duker has no say. He's never been a defensive coordinator before. He knows Aaron Glenn. That's how he got the job. Point blank. He knows Aaron Glenn. Duker wasn't even the guy they wanted to hire. Dan Campbell spilt the beans at the combine that I think Jim something was the coach that Glenn actually wanted to hire, but then the Lions paid him more money to stay. I forget the guy's name. He interviewed for the Jet job, and Dan Campbell revealed at the combine presser that Glenn wanted to hire that coach, Jim something. Someone can look it up in the chat. And the Lions basically paid him more money to stay on as an assistant. Like, this guy turned down being a DC for a team. He wouldn't be the play caller, but going from whatever secondary coach he was or assistant head coach to being a coordinator, and he turned it down. Jim O'Neill. was the coach's name. Thank you to veteran Jet fan at Envelet. Like, this was not an attractive job. Again, this is all in the hands of Aaron Glenn to get this defense to play a lot better, or he won't be here. He will not be here. And you can't say the Jets haven't invested in their defense. All their moves they made in free agency, besides bringing in Geno and Dylan Parham to replace John Simpson, have been to the defense. The number 2 pick in the draft was to the best pass rusher in college football. They signed Mario Davis. They traded for Minka Fitzpatrick. They completely revamped the D-line with David Ayumata, with Enabari, with the trade, of course, for the big fatty up the middle, whose name is escaping me. Tavondre Sweat. Traded Jermaine Johnson for him. Now, all the moves they made have been to fix the defense, and they obviously used the draft to address the offense, but the offense wasn't lacking a ton of talent. That was the frustration last year. Yes, Garrett Wilson got hurt, but they were completely inept with a good O-line. What team has a good offensive line that wins 3 games? Only the Jets. Like, their ineptitude needs to be studied because it's not just bad, it's historically bad. They didn't have an interception. Like, it's hard to fathom what we deal with as fans of this team. It's disgusting. Comments, questions, your super chats, cut the line. Solo show, so we got time for plenty of your outstanding calls today. So let's get right into them right now. First up today is a man who always brings a great take. We just don't know where he's calling from. Could be inside, could be outside. Hit it.
A little bit of inside, a little bit of outside.
The hybrid call.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it's good to see that we have someone who's experienced and somewhat respected in the league that has a vision. I mean, he's had some mixed results. I think that there's some decent position player talent. And obviously we have the tackles, and we have a guard that we think is pretty good if Tippmann sticks there. Geno was a clear improvement. There's some reason for optimism for improved offensive play. Duker is going to be Glenn's caddy. I mean, I guess there are worse jobs, but Glenn's out of excuses, right? Like, I was a big proponent of moving past him based on what we saw this past season. Given the relationship with him and Woody, he was probably going to always get another shot. He's picking his system. He's picking the players. He's bending over backwards to make this work in short order. He's got to get to 7 wins. He's got to be competitive in the bulk of the games, and he's got to show a young team that is on the rise to quell the fan base's, perennial concerns about, whether we're ever going to end this playoff drought. That's basically where we are with it. As far as tonight goes, no Embiid. He might be the most hated player amongst Knicks fans. We certainly won't miss him tonight. Flopping and feigning, doubling over in pain. So
yeah, or trying to injure Mitchell Robinson like he did the last time they met in the playoffs. He's the most detested player that the Knicks fan hates that's left in the playoffs by far. I mean, the FMB chant started before tip-off of game 1. Like that was the best Garden crowd of the playoffs by far. Game 1 the other night. So I'm expecting tonight to be an absolute zoo as well.
Yeah, I mean, if the Miami Heat of the 1990s were a person, it would be Joel Embiid. so that's kind of where we are with that. I really appreciate your time, Jake.
Kyle, great call. And let me say this for the Knicks, because I'm off to the Garden when we get done with the show. They need to not just act like they have the game won because Embiid's not playing. Because the Knicks are a 10-point favorite now. Nonsense. They need to treat tonight like it's a must-win because you know what it kind of is. You got to go up 2-0 in the series. Put all the pressure on them in Game 3. All the pressure on them. Embiid's body is not going to hold up, so they probably punted on tonight to try and get him ready with 36 hours of rest for Game 3. Go up 2-0. Put all the pressure on Philly. And we know Knicks fans are going to travel to MSG Southwest. You see how that's done, Joel? He didn't know the directions when he talked about MSG North or whatever he said. Like, there's going to be a ton of Knicks fans. I already know a ton of Knicks fans that are going to Philly. Put all the pressure on them. Let's go. Knicks are the better team. J-Quest says, any truth that I'm sitting next to Spike Lee tonight? Yes, right next to him. Him and I, we don't always see eye to eye on some things, but we see eye to eye on the Knicks. There's no doubt. Let's get to more of your calls, shall we? I had to do a double take and make sure that this guy actually called in because he just hasn't been calling in that much lately. No one even knows what he's been doing. Ladies and gentlemen, stop what you're doing and get ready.
It's time for another V-Man call. Hopefully you're not sleeping. I got bath.
Hey, Jake, what's up? It's been a while.
V-Man, where have you been?
Hey, I said, honestly, I wasn't clear in the head. Reality's been a bit reality's been a bit harsh. So, I took some time off, clear my mind, everything. I didn't feel like wasn't paying attention to the off season. So I said, I wanted to wait until, I caught up enough with Jets football to feel confident in calling in. So now I feel like I'm ready.
Well, what do you think about the state of the New York Jets?
I feel fine. It's like, I feel like this will be, an improvement of a season. My feeling is with the Jets this year is I have this overall feeling about the division that we're going to end up being this year's failed division. Now, hear me out. Look, the Dolphins are clearly rebuilding. They're tearing everything down. They're going to be terrible. The Patriots were the schedule warriors who had every conceivable bounce known to man go their way. Literally, who else would go into the AFC Championship game facing a backup quarterback? Like the odds of that happening are just so bizarre that, And so then you have that, and then, like I said, they're going to have a tougher schedule. The Bills are going to have a new head coach, and sure, the Bills still have Josh Allen, but being a coordinator is one thing, and being a head coach is a completely other thing. We've seen guys get promoted from head coach to coordinator and flame out very quickly because they're way in over their heads. So, we don't know. So, I do think they'll probably still end up winning this division, but, the way I see this division panning out is that it's going to be that division where 10 and 11 wins will get you the division crown.
I just don't think the Jets are at that level.
No, I don't think the Jets are at that level. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, I do think the Jets will be more competitive. I do think the Jets.
The division's not great. You're not wrong. Miami's in flux right now. We'll see what their new head coach looks like, and we don't know what. Everyone's like, "Oh, Miami's trying to be bad." I don't know about that, B-man. They just paid Malik Willis. If he plays really well, they're not going to be the worst team in the league. They can just give him that contract to suck, but we don't know what they are yet. I think Buffalo is still the best team in that division, and New England will definitely take a step back because they had the easiest schedule in the league last year. So, but it's still Buffalo and New England at the top until proven otherwise.
Yeah, I think this team will finish. I put this floor. I think we'll probably be around that 7-win range, maybe a little more than that.
The Jets, you're saying?
Yeah.
I could see them going 7. I think 7 is probably on the higher end, 7 and 10. I could see it, though. It's not crazy. If you tell me Geno's healthy for most of the year.
Yeah, that's what the thing is. I agree with you in your take that I don't think Raiders Geno is what we saw. I think, I do think part of it, that the Raiders were just a bad team last year. I think, that they're not a good offensive line. I think coaching was just bad. It was just were they flinging out Chip Kelly as an OC last year, weren't they? I think.
Who are you asking about?
like weren't the Raiders like throwing Chip Kelly out there as an OC last year?
Yeah, they made him they made Chip Kelly the high. You're very muffled, V man. They made Chip Kelly the highest paid offensive coordinator, and then he got fired in the middle of the year. He was terrible.
Chip Kelly, like this is not 2013. Like what is that right there? It's like that's how bad they were. Like when you're like that says all. I mean, another thing is with Frank Reich, I think the case of what happened in Carolina was a bit of too many cooks in the kitchen. I think David Tepper was trying to put together like the dream team coaching staff. And I just think the styles and approaches of all the different coaches and coordinators didn't inherently mesh with one another. I think that's part of the reason why they fell apart.
Well, their ownership was terrible and their roster sucked. I mean, that's part of it.
That too. I don't disagree with that, but I do think I don't think everybody personally melded together well there on that staff.
Now, you're calling from your room. Do you still have the framed Breece Hall jersey that you won at a watch party last year? Yeah. Look at that thing. Hopefully they get a deal done so that thing ages well.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Now, V-Man, before I let you run, what's the deal with your superpowers? You still have them? I'm serious.
I knew that was gonna come up when I knew that I could lobby. It's gonna be something like that that's gonna get brought up. It's gonna be that Puerto Rico something get brought up.
What do you mean? It's a big deal. You have superpowers like our head coach. You said it yourself, Captain Puerto Rico. Am I wrong?
No, you're not. All right. Well, I'll let you get to some other callers.
What if I don't want to get to any other callers?
I think there's people in the chat that want people in this lobby waiting to get.
How high are you?
V-Man is here. How we feeling?
High as a kite.
You still high as a kite?
No, I'm not actually.
No?
No.
How do you determine when you want to be high?
Well, simple. First off, I don't like going. It has to be a day where I'm not going into work at night because, I don't like taking any chances with it. So, and it's got to be the wet. Honestly, I don't like smoking in the rain. I don't like it when it gets cold. So, it's the good weather conditions. Just nice day where it's dry and temperature is fine, comfortable. Then I'll go outside and have a smoke.
And what's the deal with the political campaign? You still hitting the trails?
Yeah, I guess I dabble.
You're still on the campaign trail?
We now go live to our political expert, Vincent.
You're a political clown show. That's what you are. Have you ever seen a Green Party activist knock on your door? I haven't.
Helping us change the world. Thank you, V-Man.
You still changing the world?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just trying to get the updates, man. You haven't called in a lot. I missed you.
Yeah. Like I said, I just didn't feel like, I feel like I've had, like in past off seasons, I've kept up with what's going on. I just didn't feel like I kept up with this off season, so I'd be calling in and I didn't feel comfortable calling in because, like when you're not paying attention to what's going on in the Jets world and you're calling in, then you're gonna ask questions about it, so that it's like you feel like just off.
That makes sense. Well, I'll tell you what, V-Man, we'll let you get back to being a crime fighter, and I hope you call in again soon. All right.
Well, you going to the Knicks game tonight?
I am.
I'll probably be heading into the city as you guys are leaving the Garden. I'll be arriving in the city as you guys leaving the Garden. So
all right. I'm gonna look for you in the sea of Knicks fans, hopefully celebrating a big win.
Well, like I said, I'll see if I walk by. I can walk by MSG if I choose to on my way to work. So I'll see.
Yeah, you'll definitely find me in a sea of 20,000 people.
Right, peace.
Fly around, baby.
I am not doing that. I don't have the space.
Start from where your chair is and then run and then jump onto the bed so we see the Puerto Rican flag. Captain Puerto Rico. Ladies and gentlemen, the return of V-Man to this show. All is right in the world. All is right in the world. How about this for a story that came out today? The return of Mike McCagden. You got to be kidding me. The Eagles hired Mike McCagden for a role in their front office as a personnel executive. So they have Joe Douglas and McCagden in their front office. Howie Roseman just wants to prove that he's the best GM in the sport because he's got two guys who failed as his key lieutenants in his front office. That's hilarious. We all know it's Howie Roseman. It ain't Joe Douglas. It ain't Mike McCagden. If the Eagles continue to have success. But Mac is back, baby. McCagden, whose dad was a teacher at the Petty School in New Jersey, and Mike McCagden's father had my dad as a student. So that's my Mike McCagden family connection there. Mike's dad was a teacher who taught at the school my dad went to. But everyone better get their coffees in the office because anyone who knows anything about Mike McCagden, I mean, he is obsessed with drinking coffee. Like he has like 15 cups of coffee a day, apparently. There's that famous photo of him in his office, and there's like 15 Dunkin' Donuts cups just sitting there. But I wish McCagden well. Terrible general manager. Seems like a nice guy. But you want to talk about bad GMing. Go look at the Jets drafts under Mike McCagden. He sucked. And he resurfaced after the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl so he could be like, I drafted Sam Darnold. Yes. And then you failed to put a team around Darnold. And then you hired Adam Gase. You oversaw that one with Chris Johnson. Brilliant. So Mike McCagden, nice guy, atrocious football executive, and I'm being kind. But I wish him well. Some guys are not meant to be GMs. Some guys could just be personnel assistants, which is now what he's doing for the Eagles. Comments, questions, super chats, they cut the line. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to take the shortest of breaks. And when we return, we're going to get to your calls to wrap up our show. A bunch of you on hold. Great group of callers. Quick break, and we are back with plenty to cover. Keep it right here. Jake Asman with you. Live on a Wednesday. It is the Jake Asman Show. Let's go. Give us a little moonwalk.
I can't. I got the ankle. Oh, do you not know what happened?
No. Did something happen recently?
Yeah, when I was in New York, I got hit by a car.
Is there security footage of this? Can I play it on the show?
So they would probably have the footage. I mean, what am I going to do with it now?
Gator's already working on a production of this. So
yeah, I think that's why I didn't want to bring it up.
I'm going to play a drop, and then that's your cue to make a face like you got hit by a car. You ready?
All right, I'll do it.
Here we go. Ready? And Gator writes in, can he throw the headset off and vomit?
Now there's a gas station over here. I'm going to go get some pizza and see if they have any butter to put on it.
You could have died.
But I didn't.
Completely fell asleep and let himself get bitch slapped by them. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's about to tie Marvin Lewis. Most consecutive playoff losses. Let me finish, okay? Are you...
That's a bad football team. That is poorly coached.
It's a sad life being a Jets fan, man.
I'm just destroyed with this team.
I hate them. I hate them.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Death, taxes, and the Jets just stabbing a stake in our hearts.
We have all this talent and can't do anything with it.
I've got no words. It was brutal.
25. I don't even know what to say.
I don't know how much more I could take for this.
They are doing irreparable damage to this fan base.
It's a brand new song, Power of Dog!
I saw Bonesy last night playing basketball. He stinks. All right? Bonesy plays basketball like with a piano on his back.
I could ball, so Peter's just trying to get me egged up here.
That looks like me playing basketball.
See, I watched last night. It was really bad.
He does need a belt for his pants, I think.
What'd you watch me do though? You watched me take 4 warm-up jumpers.
I just watched you move around. It's like you got cement shoes on.
Oh my God.
Bonesy, I love you, but you're not a basketball player.
Peter, how does he shoot?
He had a two-handed, like, old man shot from the corner that didn't go in.
Have they caught the robber of your place of work yet?
I choose not to talk about that.
Well, this is concerning, Scott. I don't know if I can make a commitment to broadcast from your place of work if there's a robber on the loose.
So you're going to be downstairs, upstairs, downstairs, whatever you want to do. At some point, I don't know, whatever.
Where are we going again, Scott?
Saratoga. You're going right at the bunker. Everyone can get down. It's cool.
And to be clear, you're not a suspect in the robberies right now.
I was on camera, and the camera was looking at the back of my head and saw my bun. He thought it was me. That's how that happened.
Okay.
I want everybody up here. English, Puerto Rican, that's why I'm here. And I know you want the mayor. I know you do. Should I say something or no?
Scott, to be honest, I really don't know what you're saying right now.
The mayor has lunch at the bunker a couple times a week. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Let's catch this robber first before I go.
All right. Okay. I'll do you want me? He was apprehended and released.
That's not good, Scott. Why was he released?
Jake, I don't know, man. Maybe a PR reason. Not have it in the papers, whatever.
A PR reason? He robbed your place of work. How was he just released?
It's not my call, dude. I have no clue.
Gunny, your thoughts on that call?
Let's talk about Butters.
And I know it's hard to say. Just trust me, have faith in what we're doing.
We're back. Hit the like button, comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Kevin Mawai signed jersey up for grabs on our show today. And when you enter for that, you're entered to win a signed Joe Namath helmet, a signed Richard Todd jersey, a signed Boomer Esiason helmet, and a signed Vinny T jersey in this Saturday's weekly raffle. JD wrote in that V-Man is the most tired human ever that we know. Gator writes in, has V-Man ever had a conversation with Jason Allen Storm? I feel like that's important. I don't know about the relationship between the Beast and V-Man, but perhaps that is something that we explore. Let's get to more of your calls now, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Let's say hello to Ralphie Rocks, who's next. Hey, Ralphie.
Hey, Jake. How are you?
What's up, man?
Nothing much. I just want to talk to you a couple seconds about the Frank Reich thing. I think it's good that we have a veteran presence to help a coach who really doesn't have a lot of experience. I mean, Aaron Glenn really had never been a head coach before. A lot of other people go a different route where they head coaches. I guess he was a scout and then a defensive coordinator. Normally you see the veteran coach on the defense side and more of an aggressive younger guy on the offensive side. We don't really have that this time around, but I think it's good. I think maybe Aaron Glenn trying to manage both sides of the ball is a little too much at this point in his career. So pretty happy with that. And if you're Frank Reich, I mean, it's a good business decision. If he does well, he'll probably be in the conversation for another head coaching job. If the team doesn't do well, he might be a interim coach, and you never know what happens. Lightning strikes and he wins the last few games that he's an interim coach for, head coach, and maybe he stays on or something. So it's a good business decision for him. I mean, being in Stanford was not a good business decision. So
he was doing Andrew Luck a favor.
Basically. Yeah, he was helping out Luck. Yeah.
I mean, he's getting paid probably $4 or $5 million, and it's a nice final job if it doesn't go well this year, and the whole coaching staff gets fired when they bring in the new people.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good business decision for him. Some non-football points. I want to wish Peg well. I know she had a little heart procedure. I think Larry David's right. The Jets are trying to kill us because Peg and Artie both had heart problems this year. They were looking great in the Tampa game, so I'm sure it's temporary and they're going to bounce back. But
Peg's doing well. I got an update today from Artie. I shot him a message, and he said that Peg is recovering nicely so far.
Good. And I know Artie was in the chat. He said he's at work, so I'm sure he's doing fine. But Larry David's right. Jets are out for all of us.
That's right. They killed Carl.
A couple other things. One is, if I never see that Russell Wilson video again about being Mr. Unlimited, That would be the best thing ever. I would rather see Charles and the Beast shirtless on a loop than rather see that one again. That's just so cringeworthy.
Really?
Yeah, that's terrible.
What about what happened yesterday on my show? Your thoughts on this? Beast, happy Cinco de Beasto.
Thank you very much. I'm doing a little construction right now, fixing something here.
Are you not wearing pants?
I'm working right now. I'll work here.
That was a close call.
Damn it. Motherfucker.
Brother, where's your pants?
I'm working right now. Do you see what I'm doing? Ticos a Pranlandia para siques de taro tortillos. Armin Buto, that'll be his name.
Your thoughts on what you just saw there, Ralphie?
If I could throw up, I would actually at the moment. That's bad. That's bad. And poor Kevin, I think that was his first call ever, actually, to you.
Was it? I think he's called before.
All right. Sorry. So I thought I had not. I see him in the chat a lot. I don't know, but that was what a time to come on board. Not so great. But the one thing that you cannot do in yesterday's show was let Gary get away with saying Spencer Rattler is better than Caleb Williams. He is so polarizing. I had to go look at the stats of these guys just to see, am I missing something that my eyesight?
You're not missing anything. Gary's insane. We know this.
Yeah, I mean, Caleb Williams has less interceptions his 3 years of college and his 2 years with the Bears than Spencer Rattler had just in his 4 years of college. He played 5 years, but he was a redshirt the first year. So he still has less interceptions by far. And so that's such a horrible take. I mean, I guess it must be on social issues, but the guy won the Heisman. He did great getting the Bears to the playoffs. He almost won that game single-handedly down the stretch. So that was a terrible, terrible take. So that's really it. Let's go bing bong tonight.
Let's go Knicks. And Ralphie, since I know you're a big fan of images or videos of people on the show shirtless, enjoy.
I do not like this loser behind me. I find it disgusting. I'm a straight conservative Republican. I like women.
Max, that's really nice of you to put sunscreen on Beast.
I know that looks like in Belmore Beach. Honestly, that video it looks like something that will be at Belmore Beach. And honestly, is Beast Burger on the line? Can you hear me?
Why do you want to talk to Beast? You guys always fight.
Honestly, is anyone else in this chat that want to rumble with Ralphie Rock, David Taddeo? I can rumble you guys.
Why do you want to rumble with people? Why can't we just be nice? It's the off season. We don't need to be fighting each other.
We don't need to be fighting. We'll just talk about the Jets. Yo, let's get our Jets points across. What's up, Thunder Beast? How you doing?
This?
What is that?
This will go right inside your head when you nicely go.
What are you doing today, Beast? I heard you were doing construction. Is that true?
I was doing golf. Mini golf. And this is a physique of a Greek god, 272 pounds of destruction. I'm God and you're a bitch. I'm the sexual intellectual, the god of all gods, the immortal man of all mortal men. I will not have you around me for one reason. I will definitely squeeze you like a freaking melon, turn you into an accordion, and just be like, Mazza mia, mama, mama, yeah, play Italian music on that brain of yours. You'll get that accordion played. Now take a hike, walk, or find something better to do because you're not in my league, pal.
Beast, I'm in your league, trust me. Beast, I'm in your league. I'm facts, you're fiction. Just accept that, Beast.
You are not qualified for this. This is real right here. And since I got my heritage is right here. Scotland. That's right.
What's your? Yeah. I'm like such a mixed beast, honestly. Like I'm like 25% Dutch, I'm 25% Italian, 25% Irish for my family side. Oh man, that's a good one. I'd probably be in the sauna. Look at that. I like that
No,
picture.
I would put you in the DDT and knock you right out. You're not in the league. You're not in my league, pal. You're weak. You're small. You're a shrimp. You're a gimp, and you're also a one-legged, sip. With the knife up your ass. Going.
Beast. I have 180 pounds of pure muscle. I can't.
I don't give a rat.
Your muscles are just fat.
You're bullshit.
Honestly, Beast,
you are
your muscles are fat.
Piss-ass, poor individual who's weak-minded, cheap, pathetic, out of date, out of touch, out of sight, out of mind. You're
Beast,
not.
I'm more modern than you. Beast, what music do you used to listen to? I listen to 1980s music. Elton John, best music of all time.
You want to see what real deal is all about? You want to?
If Mad Max ain't yapping about jets, that boy, he's jamming, he's slamming, freaking dancing, wall smashing. I'm Jake Asman. If Mad Max ain't ever stopped yapping, that boy, he still be dancing. Then call Jake Asman. He got an orange wall.
Cheeseburger, how you doing?
You don't have
look at this, sir. I'm more muscle than you.
You don't have this, kid. You don't have BLS. You don't have Grim Reaper. You don't have this. And you don't sure as hell
I get more of those than you, honestly. Look at this. Look at this shirt. Look at those badass bands in those pictures, Beast Breaker. Look at those badass bands. Beast. Honestly, Beast, I'm more muscle than you.
I'm a savage. I'm more satanic than you are. And when it comes to real heavy hitting, you don't have the testicles. This is why you're sad and you're delusional and you're suffering from DOG. Delusion of grandeur. This is what it's all about right here.
David Aaron's, which is Mad Max, which is Loopy Max. I'm to the right. My Loopy self is to the left. David Aaron.
I'm the one that wears the real stuff. And yeah, you know how much this ran me? No, you want to know how much this ran me?
How much does it weigh you?
$60. That's right. And that comes with everything you see here. Everything you see is real.
There's a difference between facts and fiction. Beast, you're fiction.
No,
you're fiction.
You're the one that's fiction, son. You're weak-minded.
Beast, you're fiction. I am facts.
I will tear your throat out and I will rip your balls out and shove them down
I know
your
you're
mouth.
on Instagram. You have like 50 million Instagram accounts because I saw you on Instagram. I was on Instagram the other day. You have 20 million Instagram accounts. What's up, Peter Castro?
Yeah, doing this. Yo, going. Get out of here, you wimp.
Beast, honestly, Beast, get out of here. Get out of here. Look at my biceps. Look at me.
Look, Max, you're just a little bitch. Beast. You got nothing. You're weak-minded. You're a child.
Honestly, you're a fake wrestler. You're a fake wrestler, honestly.
Your age is 14.
Beast, you're a fake
nothing
wrestler,
more
honestly.
than a tiny little teenager.
You think you know the book
Get
of
your
Jesus?
teenager ass out of here, little teenager. Get out of here.
Beast, honestly, what are you doing in your life?
I got your brand new name
Beast,
set up.
step on the scale.
Your new name is
step on the scale, please. Honestly, step on the scale. Step on the scale.
Your new name is Max, the sausage stuffer madman. How you like that? Sausage stuffer.
He needs to be like Jason Beast Alan Storm. Alan Storm.
I have a powerful weapon and you're nothing but
honestly, Beast. Honestly, can you even throw a punch, Beast? Throw a punch. Can you even throw a punch? I can throw a punch right now.
Kid, you're not quality. This is you can't handle this. You wouldn't last. You're not gonna last.
I have an under 80 pounds of pure muscle like Dark Beast. You
Get
have
out of here. You're a little retard.
Beast, you got 240 pounds
Beast,
right. Beast, you're not in my league, buddy. You're not in my league. Beast,
the only thing you are is down here. That's
give me Mark 1045, Beast.
Yeah, down here. You're nothing.
Beast, you're like.
I'll make you. Yeah, you're just a little bitch.
Beast, you alright?
You're just a little bitch. That's all you are. You're nothing but a little bitch.
David Thaddeus, honestly, David Thaddeus, Can you roast Beast for me? Beast is like anonymous. Beast, who do you think's more? Who do you think has bigger muscles, me or Beast?
I'm the man because I got the
Well,
muscle.
I think you have tone muscles, Max. I think the Beast has some awesome pipes.
Can you hear me?
And
I mean, most of Beast's
I
muscles
think,
are fat. David, most of Beast's muscles are fat. Honestly, he has.
well,
half his muscles are fat.
I honestly.
I do not like this loser behind me. I find it disgusting. I'm a straight conservative Republican. I like women. Look at this. Two retards on the same page.
Honestly,
with the same
Peacemaker, are you
IQ
going to that event
of
in South
wasteless
Jersey?
and hopeless.
Oh man, Beast.
I like to see you guys. I like to see you guys
the event in South
playing
Jersey that
sports
you guys
on
is
it. I
going to
don't think
host.
you
Come
got
on.
it.
We have two clones. We have two
Let's see.
clones.
Who's seen Metallica live? I seen him live in 2000. Who's seen Slayer with Hatebreed and Demi Borger? Right here. Who's seen Trans-Siberian Orchestra? Right here. Who's seen Stradivarius?
Name me some Metallica songs, honestly. Name me some Metallica songs.
Enslaved. All the goods. You guys haven't because why? You're nothing but Blink 182 clowns that got nothing. You listen to that alien anthem, Blink 182. Oh yeah, and all that other crappy music that you listen to is trash. Not my
listen to non-stage music.
I'm a powerful weapon. I'm way more satanic than you bastards could not buy when it comes to Hatebreed, when it comes to Motorhead, when it comes to Wasp, when it comes to Poison. I am Mr. Heavy Metal, a god of all gods, and you.
Beast, I listen to heavy metal as well.
Blink 182 fruitcakes that basically prance around in your little
Beast,
pink
all the
panties
music,
and
all the
your
modern
little
music's
yellow
terrible. I listen to Poison. I listen to Elton John. Me and my boys listen to that song all the time.
Until then, you guys are nothing more than weak simpletons and also a bunch of oxymorons.
I'm in your league.
No,
I
you're
listen
not,
to 80s
punk.
music.
The only thing, let's see, who smoked more weed? Right here. Who's partied with 100 people? Right here. Who's been with the best? Right here. You think you two bastards think you got it? Yo, you bastards ain't got shit. The only thing you got is dick,
Sam says,
squat, and syphilis
varsity in
and
the George
bullshit.
Costing.
You're weak.
Sam,
Simple-minded two idiots with the
Beast,
biggest
were you
egotistical
varsity
mind.
in
Look at this.
throwing?
Sausage shuffle
Because honestly,
one,
Beast, I could throw a
sausage
shot
shuffle
put
two.
further than you.
Kid, you will not even get in my league because when it comes to Hatebreed and when it comes to
Did you ever throw a
Godsmack
shot put in your life, Beast?
football
And
and
did you
Coach
ever
Timber,
sprint?
you'll die. You will die.
If only two beasts can
I
put the
would
screen
kill
through.
you.
Get a second beast. Get a second beast on the screen. We have two man matches.
There's
We need
only
to get two
room for one
beasts.
champion here. I'm the real deal, and you guys are just little bitches with no balls. So go back to school and get an education if you can find it.
Beast, I
There's
think you
only
need
room
more
for
of an
one.
education than me, honestly.
Look it right here. What do you see? You see greatness. That's greatness. Real heavy hitters right here. I wear the real heavy stuff. Emperor,
Beast.
Slayer,
I have
Roddy
strong
Christ,
muscles. I have
Ray
180 pounds of pure muscle, Beast. You
Who
have
cares the
most of your
horses
muscles
look
are
at?
fat,
I don't
honestly.
care. I don't care if you make out with Max or not. Who cares? You guys make out with each other when you're in the bedroom, and you like to sausage each other when you go woo 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 woo.
Beast, Gary will destroy you in the fight, honestly.
You know what? We're gonna put the Mormons.
Can we
back
get
in
Gary? Is Gary on the line? Because let's just get Gary to rumble.
We might as well just sing it.
Beast, I would smoke you in track. Beast, come down the hole now. I will smoke you on the track with my cardio. I will smoke you in a sprint.
Thank you to the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Now let's try it in tenor mode.
Beast, I'm a faster than you, honestly.
Woo! Stuffer!
Beast, let's hear about the postal truck, the UPS postal truck. Big fella, what's up?
I'm sorry, you're not quality
The
enough.
autism is on 11
You're
today,
the
bro. What the
Oh
fuck?
man, Beast Breaker, how you doing
We're
today?
running
Beast,
choir
honestly,
here. It's called
Big
people
fella.
that can't hit their
Big
high
fella,
notes.
I would have ran the Dangers of Line. Good job running the Dangers of Line, Peter, but I'll be back next year
You
running
have
it.
this. You're not
Beast,
in my
put a fucking shirt on, bro. Put a shirt on. Jesus Christ.
I feel like Raven just going, quote the Raven, nevermore.
Oh man,
This is beautiful.
this is not beautiful. You need to
I did
put a
not
sh-
touch these.
put a
Yeah,
shirt
I'm
on,
wearing-
dude.
well, I'm wearing
This
the
is
vest.
ridiculous.
I look really hot in this vest. I do. With the spikes, the one that I built.
Beast,
Man,
what are you getting your mom for Mother's Day?
don't worry.
No, I am worried. What are you gonna get her?
And we all. I'm supporting my clans.
How about
Right,
supporting your
Ricardo?
clan by getting your mother a Mother's Day gift, bro?
We'll take care of that lad. Aye.
I hope so. I
We
hope
will
so,
take care
man.
of that. Aye. All right then, lad. Remember, McCarthy. Leave it to the professionals, aye. Hello, Stefan. Welcome. Aye.
Hello.
Now, you know, yeah, you noticed. You like this vest, don't you?
It looks great on you.
You know
It's
how many?
very slimming.
Forget how much grand total this came out to be. Grand total, $260.
Wow.
And that comes with the bands. Look at them all. Possessed, King Diamond, Immortal, Creator, Morbid Angel, White Zombie, Testament, and Slayer. Other side, Armored Saint, BLS, Grim Reaper, Ice effing Earth. Read the back.
But where's the Jets?
On these battle jackets, I only wear the jerseys and I wear the hat with glory and honor. Remember, glory, it lasts forever. But when you have gold, remember, diamonds are forever. Just like we're all forever.
Yeah.
Forever. Glory is our thing. Life is our thing. Everything else, there's going to come time. Until then.
What the hell are you even talking about? My God. Oh, man.
Yeah, you can basically say it. Harley Davidson, eat your heart out and put this in the next magazine because why? Biker attitude.
Actually, had a jet point today, but this is pretty interesting.
Is shocking the nation again, and we're gonna take it across the entire nation. They might like the pulsation, but they'll.
His home smell is on the bed. That's what feels good. On the road, smell is on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. Because the show smell is on the bed. It's just more comfortable. He got a beard, loves the jets, super jets. Where's the big fella? Sleeps alone. There's no room on his bed. Where's the big fella?
The big fella's got a real jet point for us. Thank God.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think Breece Hall really wants to be here, or
I think he wants to be paid. If they pay him, I don't think he would say no. I'm gonna just not take the deal. I'll wait till next year.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, he is only 24. He's going to be 25. That's not old. So, and even in running back years, that's not old. So,
nope. I'd give him a 3-year deal with 2 of it guaranteed.
Yeah, that's what I would do too. I mean, I want to see what he can do with like a real quarterback, and have like a real deep threat, so no one's like stacking the box against him. I want to see what happens. You know what I mean? And I hope he signs. I really do. And what about you guys were talking about Sorsby in the earlier show? I've been catching up and doing a lot of stuff today. Would you rather have Sorsby or Russell Wilson? I know it's like picking your poison, but which one would you do? I mean, you give up a pick for Sorsby, but Russell Wilson's kind of washed. So which one would you prefer?
Would I prefer to give up a pick for Sorsby or sign Russ?
Yeah.
I would prefer to take the chance on Sorsby.
Yeah, I would too.
Depends on the pick. Like I wouldn't trade more than a third, or I wouldn't use more than a third in the supplemental draft on Sorsby.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I was at a fourth. I was like, maybe a fourth, but I want to see. I mean, I want to see what Klubnik can do. He didn't have a good year last year, but you could attribute that to Clemson being bad, or as B says, shitty. So,
Well, they are a shitty college.
They're a shitty college. So I want to see what he can do. First. I mean, I don't know if I would burn a pick for him, but if it came down to between Russ or Sorsby, I would pick Sorsby and bet on the talent. You know what I mean?
I would take a chance on the talent and just say if you got this diamond in the rough or you got this top asset at a price that a year from now, if he lives up to the hype, you would never be able to get him in the third round.
Exactly. And go Knicks tonight, man. And the Yankees have been kicking ass.
This Yankee team is very, very, very good. Now the American League stinks, which helps, but they're just dominating. They won 15 of 17. I mean, it's real, man. I mean, their starting pitching is outstanding, and they don't even have Cole and Rodon in the rotation yet. And last night would have been so easy for them. Your prospect who's filling in doesn't have it. All right. And then for them to come back the way they did, they're playing great baseball right now. They really are.
Yeah, Rodon can stay away for a little while longer, I hope. I mean, I'm not a fan of Rodon. I mean, he's always given up big spots, but
he had a good year last year, though, to his credit.
Well, not when it counted.
He wasn't bad against the Red Sox. Him and Fried both snuck against Toronto.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of his.
He had a 3.09 ERA in the regular season last year. Won 18 games.
No, I know.
He was good.
I know. I'm just not a fan. But yeah, go Knicks tonight, baby. Let's go 2-0 and kick their ass in Philadelphia, and let's take this thing, man.
Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, a great take from the big fella. Now here's an even better take from the Beast.
This new quarterback that I like from Clemson, great kid. He may have went to a shitty college, but I'll tell you what he did. He did something about it.
That's right. He did something about it. Make sure you enter the raffle if you want a chance to win a Kevin Mawai jersey. I've begun counting the entries. Ralphie with a super chat says, Jake, thanks for taking my call before this. Don't worry, Ralphie. I got you in before the Mad Max and Mad Max versus Beast Rumble. Let's get to more of your calls, shall we? Stefan has called in. Hey, Stefan.
Hey, Jake. How you doing?
How's your refrigerator?
I got a new one, so working well. I know what's up with my camera. Ever since I stopped using background, it just doesn't like to see me anymore.
Yeah, it keeps going in and out of focus. Let me bring on my tech guy. He could probably walk you through it. That's probably the best way to go about it. Stand by.
Yeah.
Let's see your refrigerator. Go up front with it. Let's see the refrigerator.
I can't. Ain't going that far. You're attached to my computer.
Okay. What brand did you get for your refrigerator? What did you get?
I think it's a Hisense, but I think you'll appreciate this. Hello there.
Oh, very nice. How long have you had that glove?
Honestly, probably almost 15, 20 years.
Very nice. Very good. So you basically were a good ball player. Okay, what was your batting average?
100 every hit out of the park. Nah, I have no idea. I didn't play that.
I'll give you mine. I'm a 350 hitter. 350. You know why? You throw me inside, you're a dead man. You know why? If you throw me inside, you'll be a dead man. Let me give you a hint. Cecil Fielder, Danny Chartable, Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire, they were inside hitters. You add me right there to the fifth, you're dead. You'd be squashed.
I know. I've never died. I like this.
Let me give you a hint. If you give me a changeup, or if I see a fastball that I can get a good hold of, it'll be dead. Well, you know it. Lights out. And you know what I mean by lights.
It's time for V-Man to talk about Puerto Rico and his Puerto Rican roots.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, 10. That's it. That's it. He's out. while V-Man is sleeping, New York tonight, game 2, we're going to brand the son of a bitch at Sixers, and we're going to brand their ass big. The welts on their asses are going to be nice and big and thick, and when we go to Philadelphia, we're going to brand their asses even a little more bigger. Why? Because we hate Philadelphia. Philadelphia is not where it's supposed to be. New York, we're the king of the streets. We're the real bitches of basketball. Philadelphia is just a front runner, an all talker. You want us? Come on. Come and get us. If you got the balls. If you got the balls, come and get it. We're not scared of you. We're not scared of your red, white, and blue. Come on.
Just wagons always cooking, which it takes. Chuck wagons even cooking at the game. Chuck wagon hates McDonald's, but he's headed home to cook. It's time once again for Chuck Wagon.
Chuck Wagon joins us now. Hello, Chuck.
Hey, Jake. How you doing?
What's going on, Chuck? Love to see you rocking the chef apron.
Oh, I love it. Love the apron. I just don't want to get it dirty. One of one. Nope. Sorry, that was my timer for the macaroni.
What are you making? Just macaroni?
Just macaroni and cheese.
Nice.
Sorry.
We got whoa. Hey Chuck, where you at, Chuck? Chucky.
I'm on the sink, dude.
Oh, you cooking? What are you cooking tonight?
Mac and cheese. I'm draining the water.
Good stuff. Very good stuff. Mac and cheese is one of my favorites. You know, if you add some extra cheese, you know that it will taste so cheesy. You'll be going, wow.
I'm surprised you didn't say to add hot sauce.
No, you don't put hot sauce with mac and cheese. That's the bad combination. No.
Actually, it's not bad. I've done it.
Hot sauce only goes good with chicken, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, and also, or if you have some arrachera, if you get the arrachera, you can put it on, but you can just take a paintbrush and just paintbrush.
Have you put hot sauce on sushi?
I have a allergic reaction. Can't have that.
You're allergic to shellfish and seafood?
Yes.
Oh man.
I can't have that. No.
Boy, you and Jake. God. Well, I guess I know what. I guess I know why I'm not going to cook for you then.
I cannot eat fish like I'll give you a hint. Bass fish and other fish like that. No. If I get a look at it, I get that regurgitating taste in my mouth.
Now that is a hot take. Damn.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm not seeing double vision. This is bad. This can't be happening. Cigarettes at 4:35 at 5:35 in the afternoon, your time. Someone must have did something wrong. Gary Bussey, can we call Gary Bussey in here, please? Where's Gary Bussey? The guy that was Chet Stetman.
Yeah, tried to talk some football.
So, Stephen, tell me about you. Are you a Knicks fan? Stephen, can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Are you a Knicks fan?
I'd say I'm more of a Nets fan than Knicks, but one team's definitely treated me better.
I see. How about, are you a big, now I know I'm not going to ask you much, but are you big on ECW?
Hey, Beast.
Are you familiar with this, David T?
No, but I have a buddy up in PA that's had me to a bunch of wrestling matches and loved it. And the last one when I was up was And
This
I
was
think
ECW's very first pay-per-view, and on
Mr. Unlimited. Yeah, you got to be unlimited. You know, you got to have a thought process of being unlimited.
Well, that bunch of nonsense was going on. Here's Russell Wilson talking about the offer he has from the Jets. I just pulled this during whatever that was between Beast, Ricky, Stefan, who's never ready for a call, and David T.
New York City, the Jets. How did that go? Your visit out there?
It's great. They offered me, and I'm trying to figure out what's the next best thing to do and all that. And just, I still know I can play ball and do that at a high level. But also, I think that, the opportunity to do TV too is great. So we'll see what happens.
What would it mean to be teammates with Gino again in that kind of opposite role that you guys were in before?
Well, Gino's a great guy, man. We've been great friends, great teammates. But I'm just focused on the day.
And the last thing is, you mentioned the broadcasting. What would that be like for you? You'd be great at it.
There's a lot of great networks and a lot of things, and obviously there's a great opportunity for me, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited. I just love football. I love ball, being in it in every way, staying ready to to play too, and just every day I'm training and getting ready. But also too, I think I have a lot of great opportunities. The great news is there's a lot of good opportunities. I think playing 14 plus years has been amazing for me. And I'm just grateful I get to do what I love to do. Mr. Unlimited. Yeah, you got to be unlimited. You got to have a thought process of being unlimited.
I want nothing to do with that guy on the Jets. Go retire, dude. Seriously. It's enough. You played 14 years. You're talking about all these offers from TV networks. Go do that. We don't need you. We do not need you at all. God. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to a couple of your remaining calls. Chuck Wagon, you left me when I went to you, so you better have some takes, all right? People are demanding football talk, and you got up making macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't really think we should give up any capital for the supplemental draft for that quarterback. I can't pronounce his last name, but I'm sure you can. Just save him for next year. And we're going to get a quarterback anyways next year in the first round, so it doesn't really matter. Brees, please don't be stingy. Just, sign the tender and then report, and I'm sure the Jets will take care of you. And I don't think he's going to leave. I think it's just a smoke screen because he just wants to get paid, like what you said earlier. That's pretty much it for today. Also, one question. Did you talk about July 11th yet in detail or not yet?
Not in detail.
Okay.
Show us the mac and cheese, damn it.
Okay, one sec.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now
that's great mac and cheese. Well done, Chuck.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chuck Wagon. Outstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't think this was going to happen today, but this guy has called in and he has demanded a face-off with the Beast.
He's pointing. Gary Box point at you. Gary Box point at you. Gary Box. I'm pointing. I'm pointing. I'm pointing. I'm pointing. Gary Box point at you. I point.
I want to put up with this overbearing schmuck. This guy is a waste. It's like looking at a bag of manure. I'd rather go put my manure on the garden and go. Yeah, that at least has exercise. Yeah, and planting vegetables, that's even a better exercise. See, that's something this sad looking monkey ass piece of garbage that doesn't know nothing about. Because why is it? He thinks eating meat and everything else works. No, it's called have some roughage, have a little bit of spinach, have at least sound like Popeye the Sailor Man when you're going. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm strong to the finish when I eat me some spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Speechless, huh? We can't hear you, amigo. We cannot hear you. You're dead. Yabba dabba 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 doo. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. Have a yabba dabba do the time from the town of Bedrock. Then they'll give this story. Someday, maybe Fred will win the fight. Then that Fred will stay up all the night. Then when you're with the Flintstones, have a yabba dabba do time. A dabba do time. We'll have a gay old time. We'll have a gay old time. Wilma! Wilma! We can't hear you, Gary. You're deaf. You are deaf. Might as well just do this. 1 second. I got my best friend. Honey, I'm home. Hey, you know who this is? Earl Sinclair. Anyone remember him? Good old Earl Sinclair. The guy that goes, Fran, would you tell the baby to knock it up? Not the mama, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama. Not the mama. Fran, would you tell the kid to knock it off before I throw him across the room? Okay. Whee! Not the mama, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama. Okay.
What the fuck is happening?
Do you remember this little guy, BBM?
I don't know what that is now.
That's Earl Sinclair from Dinosaurs.
Oh,
yeah, Earl, the great Earl Sinclair.
Yo, what the hell you guys doing, man? What's up with the banana in the middle?
That's all AI bullshit. This here is Earl Sinclair, married to who? Fran. Yeah. Let's see. Can we get Fran over here?
Yeah. So, chat, help me out. What some Jets takes we want to talk about? I think Mason Taylor, Kenyon Sadiq, Garrett Wilson, and AD are going to be an amazing 12 personnel package.
Now, hey, Stefan, you remember these two fellas?
Yeah, no, those are the OGs.
This is Fran Sinclair, who's married to Earl Sinclair from Dinosaurs. Oh! Yep. Come on, who can't remember Dinosaurs? The great 1990 TV show that rocked the nation, especially the baby that goes, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama. Fran, would you tell this kid to get off of me before I throw him across the room? Not the mama. Whee! Oh, let's see, what else could I come up with? Hey. I think I might bring out my good friend.
Hold on. I gotta clean the camera.
Yes, who's making their return for the first time in a while. Welcome back, Beavis and Butthead.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Beast, I can't hear you no more. What the hell happened?
Hey, what's up? This is like Butthead.
Beast.
Yeah, and I'm Beavis. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, Beavis rocks, and I'm better than Butthead. Shut up, dumbass.
I'm back.
Hey, Butthead, why don't you stop hogging the camera and let me talk?
No.
I don't think so, Beavis.
Yeah. Give me some oil from my glove. It's strict as hell. I don't know how to turn off this autofocus feature on my camera.
Take out the rolls. Hey, Jay, can you sponsor us in the show? Oh, yeah.
It's a great show, Beast.
Let's go call Todd.
Beast on his A game today. We love you, Beast.
Hey, let's go get some nachos. Yeah, maybe get some Czech soup, butthead. We haven't had that much fun in a while. That's what I said, you dumbass. Get some nachos and some
All right, I'm back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the commercial break there. Let's get to more of your calls. Say hi to Gary. What's up, Gary? You're going to be silent with me? Really? Really? After all you and I have been through, you're not going to say anything? Really? Really? Wow. Hey, Gary, what time is the net game tonight?
Say go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go!
All right, let's actually get to your calls before we wrap up the show. David T, let it rip.
Hey, Mr. Jake, enjoy the game tonight. You deserve it. I'm rooting for all the young people that haven't seen a Nick championship. I've seen 2 of them, and once it comes, it'll never leave you. As far as the Jets go, the coaches they brought in, they're setting up Aaron Glenn, to have a chance. I'm at a point where I'm neither rooting for him or against him, and let the chips fall where they may.
Well, wouldn't you root for him so the Jets have success?
You know what, Jake? I'm going to be quite honest with you. I mean, it's an important year for Aaron Glenn. Can he get to a point where I can have confidence in him being a head coach?
Well, I have no confidence in him right now, but I'm hoping he proves me wrong.
Right, exactly. That's why I'm not rooting. I'm neutral. I'm not rooting for him, against him. At this point,
but be prepared for him to not be able to do the job.
yeah, fair enough. We have to rally behind him, and and the neat thing is he's got a really good opportunity. Yeah, I agree with you, Jake. We'll see what happens.
What was your favorite part of today's show, David?
Oh my God, so much fun. Good Jet talk. Jake, you say about the off season and everything. The Asmaniacs are great people. We have fun, and we go at each other, but we don't go at each other, and it's just it's just phenomenal. But the Beast, my favorite part, the Beast and Max. I think they love each other, maybe not in a gay way, but if they did, that'd be okay. But I think they're a great team.
Ladies and gentlemen, David T. What's up, Chuck? Go. I got to get to the garden. Let's go. Don't make me put Beast on with you. Get to the point.
God.
No, thank you. Jets. Let's go.
Time is ticking. We gotta hurry this up because Jake's got to get to the garden. He's got work to do, and so do I. I got to work in the morning too. Come on, you gotta move it. You gotta move. Stick and move.
Hey, Beast, I had hot sauce on my mac and cheese and it was very good. You don't know what you're missing.
No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't do that. I don't discriminate mac and cheese. Not like that. Fried chicken, yes, but chicken tenders, yes. But when it comes to burritos, tacos, and quesadillas and other stuff that's like that, that's fine. But not mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is a classic. You don't disgrace mac and cheese.
Hey, Chef Brian, would you put hot sauce on your mac and cheese?
Yeah, actually, I had some customers put the pulled pork or brisket on top of the mac and cheese. Then
Done that too.
Hell yeah.
That's the bomb. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Love me some pulled pork.
Beast doesn't know shit about mac and cheese. What does he know about that stuff?
That's all
yes,
right.
I do, son. I don't think you want to go down this road with me. 'Cause
I can hear you now. I can hear you now, Beast.
Like an accordion, and I will rip your
What?
throat out. All right, remember,
I can't hear you
want
now.
the
Now
nasty
you're alone.
boys.
I can't hear
I
you.
am the Eliminators, and I am also
I would face you
LOD.
too if I could hear you. I can't hear you, dude.
I can rip
Restart
you
your
apart.
shit again.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
get
can't.
lost at tape.
No.
Until you
No.
have one of these, go back to line, buddy. You don't have it. Now let's go
Do
to
it
another
again.
caller. I want to get
Nah,
Jake
I
into the
can't.
garden.
I'll come back.
We got work to do. We got work to do. You're holding up traffic. Hey, come on. The New York citation people at least move. You're Charles, this is God speaking. Move your ass. Now this is okay.
What's up,
This
B?
guy. Look at this guy. Where'd he come from? Until then, let me give you a
I
little
can't hear
history
you,
lesson.
This freaking stream.
You don't have this, pal.
Can you
You
hear me?
don't have
That's a nice
this.
jacket.
Yeah, $260.
What are you, no motorcycle club?
Do you know how many bands get a chance to wear one of these? Hundreds of stars get a chance to wear one of these because they don't have the balls enough to do what I can do. Until then, until you have one of these, let's see if you got one, but I don't think you got one. Till then,
Hey, Derek, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, brother, man.
I'm thinking Sadiq, 900 yards, 6 touchdowns, and he's in the running for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh man, that sounds fantastic. I would be very much a big fan of that.
You think
you got it in him.
Sadiq has a slight more chance of getting it more than Cooper?
I don't know. It's going to be intriguing. We got a lot of speed on this offense now. I still think Garrett's probably going to get a majority of the targets, maybe the most, and Mason Taylor's going to get his fair share. But this is the most confident I felt about our receiving core and our weapons in general, especially probably the tight end room in quite some time, to be honest.
I'm just curious if Brees Hall can break 300 receiving, 1,000 rushing, so 1,300 all-purpose yards.
Yo, what up, fellas?
Hey, Chef, we can hear you.
All right, perfect. Yo, if what if the Jets kick ass this year, right? You got those 3 picks next year. And let's say Geno, he goes 10 games.
You still get a QB. I think I know where you're going. You have to still get a
Are you still
QB.
drafting the QB next year?
You have to.
Maybe Joe Burrow might be, he might be coming through next year. You got those three first rounds.
Joe Burrow.
Are you saying you would trade?
Don't know jack shit about what we're talking about right now. Jake,
No, but Chef, you're saying you would trade all 3 picks for Joe Burrow?
What we're talking about right now. You don't know jack shit about the Jets.
I think somebody's been drinking way too much bathwater.
I wish I
from
could
their
hear
own
you.
shit.
I wish.
That's terrible.
I'll come back to you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you in the morning show. Don't talk shit now, because in the morning you weren't around. You were nowhere to be found.
You're
not even in the morning shows no more.
I gotta make some money.
Yeah, right. My ass.
Hey, shut your hole when I talk.
I don't see you. I don't see you. You were restarting your computer in the morning.
When you're sitting on the toilet, and you know what?
Whatever.
I bet you.
I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. You better be there at 10 a.m.
Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York.
All right, raffles coming up. I got to get to the garden. This show was supposed to end 30 minutes ago, but I'm laughing my ass off on hold. Derek, close us out. What do we got?
What's up, brother? Man, I'm just laughing my ass off. I almost forgot what I was going to talk about. I just wanted to, I was listening to the show this morning, and I think a 3-year deal for Brees would be just spectacular, man. I think he's earned it, and if he's going to spend his time with us, let's just make his time worth it, and let's get his last 3 good years out of him. Because I think we're a far better team with him than without. I
would go 3-year deal and guarantee the first 2, like a lot of these contracts. And I'd look at what the franchise tag is projected to be for the next 2 years. And I think it's going to end up being around a 3-year, $42 to $46 million contract. And however they want to spread out the money, they figure it out.
I'd love that. Do you think that we will extend him?
I actually do think they get a deal done when push comes to shove.
Hell yeah. Because, we're definitely a much better team with them than without. But I won't take up your time, Jake. I know you're in a rush. Jets. Let's go, baby.
Derek, great call. And look, if they don't get a deal done, though, I don't think they're trading him. Like, he'll be a Jet this year and play on the tag. But if they're off to a terrible start, then there's going to be the conversation of, do you just trade him at the deadline? Which they probably should if they're awful. They probably should at that point. Oh, man. What a show. What a time to be alive, folks. We are counting raffle names. I am literally copy and pasting all the names in the wheel. Our first show today was an all-timer. So last call to get in the Kevin Mawai jersey raffle. Let me shout out Derek, who just had a great call. He gifted a membership earlier. Thank you, Derek. And Big Fella responding to something Beast said. Beast saying you guys while arguing with 2 Maxes. I wish there was a camera of me on hold laughing at Beast yelling at both of them. And then we had Gary and Gorman in on the fun today. Gator's a madman. I'll leave it at that. Hey, congrats to our guy Lasso. Look at this super chat. Everyone better say congrats to one of our own. He goes, your favorite law clerk from Vegas just got the news. Officially passed the bar exam. Appreciate the community. Attorney Lasso from now on. Appreciate you, Jake. We'll call into the show soon. Congrats to Lasso. He is the latest Asmaniac to become an attorney. So move over, Mr. Bonesy. Lasso can now represent all Asmaniacs. Beast, you have a new lawyer.
Nah, I'm sticking with mine. And one more thing. The Sixers will sit when they pee when they get their...
Yes, whatever that means. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to spin the wheel of champions? Someone is going to win a signed Kevin Mawai jersey. That much we know. Who will win? That we don't know. But we say hello right now to the master of raffle ceremony. Hit it.
Mean Gene Uncle in here, live from the control center. Are we ready? Bring me that wheel in because knowing we got to get Jake to the garden. So, girls, bring me the reel. We're going to get a winner today because the Kevin Mawai jersey is online and it's signed and autographed. My hands are on this wheel. It's ready to get hot. We're going to get hot. Let's spin that wheel and get a winner.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Oh, it's epic, all right. Ton of entries today. Again, special shout out to Mimosa, to Cisco, and to Austrian Jet Fan for leading the way. All these entries combine both shows today. So you had 2 chances to enter. Ladies and gentlemen, one final entry I see here. Brian Morales, who just called. This guy's a fraud. He's never on the 10 a.m. show. Put me in, Jake. Beast is always on the 10 a.m. show. Brian, call in tomorrow. If you could get to my first show with O'Leary, 10 a.m. I go live. And I will make sure that you and Beast get your highly anticipated face-off that you've been asking for. Call in from your computer because clearly your phone StreamYard's not working. But anyway, you're in the raffle for 2. Thank you for the super chat. We'll make that happen for you tomorrow. All right, good luck to everyone who entered. Only one can win. If you win, email me, asmanjake@gmail.com, your name and address so I know where to send the Kevin Mawai signed jersey to. Good luck to all. The winner is... What happened to my music? Damn it. There it is. The winner is... Austrian Jets Fan. Let's go.
No, thank you.
Jets! 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 Let's go.
Jets fan has done it. He's your winner. Jets! Let's go. Hell yeah. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. That's a show. What a time to be alive. I leave you all with a message. It's an important one. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Enjoy your night. We're back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Get ready. It's going down, and I can't wait to break it all down. See ya. Go Jets.
Hold it! Damn you! I'd like to ask you a few questions. Listen, pet dick. He can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I don't want to talk to you, Max. I'm talking to this guy here. We can't hear you. Restart. Go to commercial.
Oh, hi. Jake wants me to ask you to click on the like button.
That's right, Lane. And if they don't subscribe to the Jake Asman Show, this team may never win another game. Let's go Jets.